Hi guys, Chris back again with another episode from my York City simulated career. I was having a think in the last episode, and I think as much as we want to get rid of Fakito, I was thinking I potentially need to look at bringing in a new goalkeeper, someone with a bit of experience. I don't quite think Butland has the right experience for us as we need to get promoted this season. There are a couple of players who I was looking at off recording. There was Ruddy and Foster. Obviously, both got experience, one in the SPL, one in the Premier League, a couple of others. But I think it's going to be Foster is the one I'm going to look at. So I'm going to make an inquiry now, and hopefully we hear back from Celtic pretty soon. Well, we've got a match coming up against Preston, the first game of the season, so we really need to get a win to get off on a good foot before our first league game of the season. You can see form is pretty shocking for most players. So, against my better judgment, I am going to bring Fakito back in to the starting lineup, just because he does have form, basically. Obviously, Perez Alonso, Lazarevic, De Souza all coming into the squad as well. We are struggling with midfielders for form, so we played Pranic in the cam role last season, so I am going to give him that opportunity again. We have a few players on the bench who have better form, players like Canteros, Hayams and Gadan, so we will bring them onto the bench, and as for Hayams we'll bring into midfield. It's another player with more form. I could put him in the cam role, but it's going to be another player with red form rather than yellow form. So hopefully that team's good enough to get us the win against Preston in the Capital One Cup. Okay, Preston are playing a 4-4-1-1 formation. Okay, we take the game 3-0. Goals from Hayams, Mattox and Taylor. And the three players coming off the bench who will hopefully gain a bit of form as well, going into the first game of the season against Forest. Okay, we'll get this schedule moved on. Hopefully we'll hear back from Celtic soon. Here we go. Celtic, your Fraser Foster inquiry. Consider a bid in the region of 6.5 million. As other clubs are showing an interest in Fraser Forster's stock. Okay, so 6.5 million. How much I think Fakito's worth? Let's have a quick look, see how much Fakito is worth. I think it was about 2.5, 3 million. Fakito is worth 2.4 million. It's only 22.73. I mean, I could get rid of Butland, who's 7.5 grand wages as well, and he's worth 3.7 million. But we've had problems with Fakito. So the last couple of seasons, he's been a bit of a ball ache, really, regarding wanting to leave and wanting to stay. So I think it is going to be Fakito is the player that we need to sell. But I'm going to have a quick look and see if anyone else I can loan out or other players I can sell. Benzia, 9 million, 17.5 grand a week. He's not really hitting the goal scoring charts for us. Godam, we'll look to send out on loan again. I've got a load of midfielders to be fair. I've got 14 midfielders. May look to let one of those go in the near future. Silver, you've quietened down a bit. Taylor has gone off the transfer list as was offering him a contract. Okay, we've got 3 left backs, but Iago is out on loan. Defenders, we've got Camacho, Perez Alonso, Patterson, Bartley, Romer and Lazarevic. So we have enough central defenders. Got 6. I may let one of them go, to be fair. We'll sell Bassam. And we have our 2 young keepers who are out on loan. Although Navas may be the one who I don't let go out on loan. If I can keep him in as a replacement as a third keeper, then I may have to do that depending on who we sell and who comes in. As going up the battle cry from York City fans, predicted to finish 3rd. Key player Kyle Bartley also saying task will be made easier by forward Darren Mattox as Bassam seeks a new club. Okay, so they're saying Mattox is going to be the key player for us this season. Has Man City confirmed Vidal talks? Okay, we'll quickly check the squad ahead of this first league game of the season. There we go, form has improved for a load of players, which is great news. Moreno Fuentes not so much. See if there's anyone else. There we go, Neil Taylor, obviously scored in the last game, so his form has improved. And we'll look to get this game underway, see if we can get a win in our first game of the season. Start off on the right foot. Okay, Blackpool beat Forest in their last game. That must have been in the Capital One Cup. Okay, Forest get off to a winning start. 2 goals for Bukhari, 1 for Lazarevic, and Forest take the game 2-1. Perez Alonso injured. Let's hope he's not out for too long. Here we go, he's out for 2 days. I think we can handle that. And what is wrong with Fakito? Being asked. Well, he's the informed keeper we've got, and our keepers are just shocking for form. Okay, transfer offer for Kyle Bartley. Everton, 2.8 million. Bartley's among our finest players in Israel. He's probably worth between 2.8 and 3 million. I'll tell you what, you can have him for 5 million. I don't really want to let him go, but you've offered, if I get 5 million for him, you've offered 2.8. I'll be quite happy with that, I think. I think there's other players we can look to bring in. And we have a couple of defenders on our list, as Everton wow have matched it. Yeah, I'm sure we've got a couple of defenders on our short list who we can look to bring in. Okay, well, so do this search. Centre back 75, max value 5 million, wage 25,000. Hopefully it brings in a couple of players, even if they're rated 78, 79, it's better than nothing. Okay, Munoz we looked at last season. Here and Mayer, I've seen other people rave about him. So look, heading accuracy 83, marking 86, slide tackle 85, stand tackle 85. Wow. We'll inquire. I tell you what, have a quick look. He's got 2 years, 11 months left on his contract. We'll inquire. He's valued at 3.6. Munoz potentially be the other one. Although Thiago Medeiros is on our shortlist already. We'll inquire, see what Flamengo say about that one. They're 2 young defenders, but they are highly rated, so hopefully they will help our defence out. We'll quickly check the squad out. Okay, form is shocking for a few people, but do I risk Bassam? You know what, he's in form, so I think I've got to. Who can we bring in instead of Taylor? There we go, Moreno Fuentes is in a bit of form. Nothing much else we can do. This is either going to be a great decision or it's going to be a shocking decision to bring Bassam in. But it's one of those, you live and die by these decisions as a football manager. Not that I really am, but hopefully you guys know what I'm saying. Okay, decision backfired. Goals from Fred and Obita seal a 2-0 victory for Reading. So decision backfired. We're going to have to go back with either Fakito or Butland in the next game. As Thiago Medeiros inquiries come back, 4.6 million. Hiram Meyer, 4.9 million. Okay, so if Bartley goes, I can definitely think we need to bring in one of those, as York City interested in Meyer was one of the news stories. Game cover, I think this is Bristol City, this game. Yeah, it is, who are 10th in the table. Won one of their 2 games as we have a player sold. Kyle Bartley's been sold for 5 million, and the board have given me 3.7. That's not too bad. Okay, I'll worry about Ecuador's team in a bit. Okay, so a quick look on the short list. We've got, I don't want to go for a goalkeeper first and then a defender. We have enough defenders for the time being. I'll tell you what, we will offer 3 million and Fakito, I think. Hopefully this is accepted. They want between 6 and 7 million. So this deal's, it's a 5.4 million pound deal, so they may not accept it, so I'll put it up to 3.5 million, and then hopefully that is accepted by Celtic. I tell you what, should we have a look at a defender as well at this time? We need to move the wages over, I think. What can we get? 15, 25, gives us 8 million. What does 40 give us so we can buy 2 players? Okay, 50 million gives us 7 million budget. 25 gives us 8.5 million budget. Okay, we'll just leave it for now. If we can bring in a player at a time, I don't want to have 3 or 4 players waiting. We'll go with Fakito back in goal, I think. Tell you what, no, we'll go Jack Butland. We'll give him a chance. D'Souza's the best left back we've got. Pavlovic, he's in a bit of form, so he can come into the midfield. Any other midfielders we can bring in? Godin we can bring in. I'll give him a try. It's a player who's in a bit better form. Pjanic will drop, and I'll try Canteros in the cam role. He's a centre forward. Camacho's got a bit of form in defence. I know he's a centre back, but we'll play him in the right back role. We're not playing the game, so I don't really think it's going to make that much difference whether a centre back plays in the right back role. But Bristol City are playing a 4-4-1-1 formation. They have been in mixed form, won one of their last 3 games, and York City finally get off the mark. 2 goals for Mattox seals a 2-1 victory for York. It's great news. First points of the season on the board already, which is absolutely fantastic news. That'll give us a bit of a boost. But guys, what I'm going to do, I am going to get this next game done against Hull, and then I'm going to call it a day for this episode, as I want to have a quick look at players that we can potentially bring in, as Baker unsettled by lack of matches, but he's out of form, so nothing we can do there. Wow, Hull are joint top of the table, only behind West Ham on goal difference, as we have a transfer offer for Lewis Godin. I'm sure he was on loan at Millwall last season. I'll gladly accept that. Let them take him on loan for a season. 1,850 wages being covered as well. Can't sniff at that. Okay, a few players wanting to leave their clubs. And we'll look to check the squad out ahead of this game. Obviously, Godin was in the team, so we need to move him. Butland's got a bit of form back. Any other midfielders who have some form that we can bring in? Lemaire. I don't really want to give you a game. We'll give Moena Fuentes a chance. Okay, nothing much we can do. Everyone down the bottom is looking pretty poor. We'll bring Fakito onto the bench and drop Bassam completely for now. Hopefully we can get Bassam sold soon, and hopefully Fakito goes and Fraser Foster comes in. Oh yeah, Hull have won the last 3 games, beat Burnley 3-1, Bristol City 1-0 and Derby 2-1. And a 1-1 draw. Mattox with the equalising goal after 66 minutes. Simpson putting Hull ahead. Hopefully that draw gives us a bit more form, as the offer for Foster is unacceptable. They want a bit more cash. We'll offer you another million. We'll make it 4.5 million plus for Quito, who's valued at 2.4. So that makes it a 6.9 million deal. If you take Quito is valued at 2 million though, because obviously they may want to put a bit less value on him. Still a 6.5 million deal, which isn't too bad to be fair. I'll go to 5 million cash, I think, as the max. But guys, I'll tell you what, transfer offer unacceptable from Celtic. They want more, they want a bit more money. So guys, I'll make the 5 million my final bid and for Quito, and I'll be back with you in the next episode when hopefully we hear back from Celtic. Thanks for watching, cheers!